Welcome to Campus Unplugged, where we plug everything in.
Hey guys, welcome back. This is Campus Unplugged. I am your host. My name is Tori, and as always, I'm excited to be here to, do this show with you. Last week on the show, we had, our Spotlight Personality of the Week, and she was a model, and she got to talk about her stories, her experiences, and a lot. And also, our Spotlight artist last week was a singer, and we've got diversity in creativity, so it is a lot going on the Campus Unplugged show. For this week, though, we've got, a little bit of something entirely different just for you. Now, this week, our personality for the week is a freelance media manager as well as a creative director. In fact, he's even got his own show, his own podcast here on campus. And then for our Spotlight artist, we've got something different as well. And he is probably the most popular DJ on campus. You want to know who that is? Stick around and find out. And as well on the episode today, we've got the, Brainboard segments where we get to interact with a couple of students, know who is smart, who can, avoid trickery, and a lot more. It is going to be fun. As well on the show today, we've got the campus chat box segments where we get to interact with students and hear their real life experiences of things that are happening here on campus. Now, from what I've said, you can see that it is going to be a show that is packed. So don't go anywhere, stick around, and we've got so much more coming through. Welcome back, guys. It's now time to jump into probably my favorite part of the show, and that is the Spotlight Personality segment. And basically, it's that segment where we get to interact with people on campus who, have done a lot. Maybe they've been innovative, creative, and today, the personality that I have with me is a freelance media manager and a creative director. The creative director and freelance media manager that I have with me today is, I don't even ask what to call you. Is it Spendy, Brother-Spendy, Valentine? The names are plenty, so it depends on you, whatever you want to call it.
Let me just tell them my name.
All right, now, so introduce yourself.
So my name is Valentine Nato. I'm popularly known as Brother-Spendy. I own the Spendy Visual Studios and I own Talk Your Mind.
How did your journey into, media and creative directing, how did it come about, and, how is it going?
Well, the whole media thing started when I was in SS3.
That's a long time.
A very long time ago. I had this director then. I was shooting comedy skits with him. And then he was always the one editing. And then when I got into the university 100 level, I was still shooting, but then nobody to edit for me, and I didn't know how to edit. He was always busy, so then I was like, okay, let me learn how to edit too. And I learned how to edit. 100 level, 200 level, and then 200 level second semester, I stopped everything concerning media lifestyle.
Why?
Academics.
Okay.
Yeah.
On your neck, Abi.
Yes.
Yakubu managed.
I really managed though. So when I entered 200 level, I didn't feel like the drive of the whole thing. Like, why did I stop and the rest of that? And then I learned video editing in a way that's on InShot and CapCut. Then CapCut was very free. I learned that, and then I started learning Premiere Pro. I started editing, and then I found joy in editing videos because it was very enjoyable. It's very nice. And then I was like, okay, then let's go into media lifestyle completely. I went into media lifestyle completely. I created a podcast. After creating a podcast, I also created a team that will also drive the podcast just in case I'm not even there. And that's where I got the whole team of Talk Your Mind. We call ourselves family, but people call us crew members.
So how do you balance it? The creative life and school, because it's not easy. It feels like there's a lot of responsibility, managing media. You said there's video editing, there's comedy, there's podcast. So it feels like a lot to be doing.
Yeah, there is a lot of things to do. It's not even easy, I will not lie to you, because I had one carryover because of this particular thing itself.
Are you serious? Are you serious right now?
Like, I didn't write the exam because I had a shoot.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So it's crazy. But basically, I learned how to like manage everything in 400 level. That's 400 level second semester. That's doing the IT. I learned how to like schedule my time. That this particular time is for this, particular time is for this. So everything just boils down to scheduling my whole activities for the day.
Okay.
And let's just say the whole month.
All right.
Because when you like already have calendars, people that do content like that are social media managers, because I am a social media manager. People that do social media manager plan out their lives for the whole month, probably when they want to shoot and when they don't want to shoot. So that's what I do. I plan out my life, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to shoot today, and this is what we're going to do. Blah. Then we'll do it. Then that's all for today. So that there's no time wastage. There's no busy schedule. Like there's nothing clashing with anything. Yeah, because basically education is important, just like your other lifestyle. So trying to balance both of them, you just need to have a calendar.
All right. So let's talk about your podcast, right? So for those that maybe have not seen it or are just hearing about the podcast for the first time, tell us about the podcast and what you want the message or what message you're trying to pass through the podcast.
Well, the podcast name is Talk Your Mind. It came one night when we're doing Anonymous night. And we're like, okay, let people just say what they feel like they should want to say, they don't want to say, without allowing anybody to know about it. And then people did that. And then we asked a friend of mine, I think he was here too, FLASHTUNEZ, now, should we put this on Twitter and let people just, go there, talk about it and the rest of that? And then Flash was like, no, let's do something bigger than that. Let's put it in a podcast form. And then like, okay, all right. And then that's how we started. We started Talk Your Mind in a podcast form, a visual podcast, like first visual podcast in the whole of this media. And people resonated with it. We got followers, got views, a lot of views, got awards through that particular platform. And since then, we are still doing it. But basically, Talk Your Mind is podcast that is raw, unfiltered. You just come, say what you have in your mind. If you want to cry, you can come there and cry. So, yes, I did not say you come and cry, but you can still come and cry, sure.
Okay, so what would you say has been your major challenge in running a podcast on campus? Because it definitely is not easy.
Yes, it's not easy. Our first challenge was location and devices. We went all about looking for how to get cameras, phones to shoot, and a lot of things. Yeah, it was really a lot. I think there was one time I tried to borrow a friend's phone, and then I'm not calling the person's name, but then I was insulted that day. Yeah, I should go get myself and my device instead of coming here to borrow things from people. And it touched me. It really touched me that day. I felt embarrassed. I felt humiliated, and I was like, okay, I'm going to do all these things. And today we have a lot of devices in our own name. Yeah, we don't need to go out there to borrow from anybody again. Instead, we are actually aiming to get more.
So it's been a long journey for you, a diverse journey with a lot of ups, downs, challenges, this one, that one.
Yeah.
So what would you, if you were asked to give an advice to students that want to get into or want to start or continue their creative journey, in media or whatever form of creative journey is, what advice would you give that student?
Well, first advice is not to give up on your dreams. No matter the circumstances, just try to find a balance between the both worlds. Yes, there's the school world and then there's the social world. So once you find a balance, it's just like airbending and fire bending, or is it water bending?
So I'm waiting for it to connect.
Sorry, fire bending and water bending. Yeah. Once is like a way you can harness the both powers together.
That's what Avatar.
Yes.
The airbender. That's one. Okay. So you should just find the balance of making
find the
both of them work.
balance between the both worlds.
Okay, I already asked you how you made it work. So if you missed it, go back, watch the video, and then you will learn how he does it and how he makes it work. So thank you very much for joining us. But before we wrap it up, do you have any upcoming projects, maybe events, collaborations that you want your fans, your podcast audience, your listeners to look forward to?
Yeah, we have upcoming projects. I think one of the projects is for students who really want to be innovative with their creative mindset. They can just come and join us, because we're actually planning on giving an opening where people students will join us. Not just students, people outside the schooling world though. When we mean students, not just students in Foot Mina, it can be students in Newgate, Ivy Apply, and the rest of that.
So you plan to get bigger than Mina? So we're talking maybe Uni, ABG, or other places?
Everywhere. So you can join the community and let's grow.
All right, now, so thank you very much for joining us. Thank you for sharing your journey, your insights, your challenges, your idea on fire and water bending and the combination and balance and all of that. So
Be an avatar.
Thank you. Be an avatar. So thank you very much for all of that.
Keep watching Campus Unplugged.
Welcome back. Now, let's spice things up. This is the Brain Box segment. Basically, it is where math, logic, and trickery come into play. So, let's see who is thinking out of the box today. All right, now, so what is your name and department?
My name is Akindele Jessica. I'm in Procurement Management Technology.
Okay, I'm Victor Martins. I'm from LMS, Supply Chain Management.
Okay, my name is Treasure Jojo Samuel. I'm Animal Biology Department.
My name is Oluwadara Simi Precious, Procurement Management.
My name is Sadiq, Cybersecurity Science.
My name is Divine Lord, Procurement Management Technology.
So, first question.
Okay.
How many months of the year have 28 days?
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Once in a year, 28 days. I have no idea, sorry.
I think it's only February 1.
All the months in the year have 28 days.
12 months, all the months.
Just one. All 12.
All 12 months, okay.
Yeah.
1 month.
Wait, can you repeat that question again?
Bombastic side-eye. Criminal offensive side-eye.
How many months in a year have 28 days?
Okay, sorry, that was
Okay.
how many months? That's 12.
Okay, so what geopolitical zone is Niger State?
So you call geopolitical zone.
You're supposed to be a dinner man, serving dinner to the students in the secondary school.
Geopolitical zone. I don't know.
I don't know that.
Oh, I don't know that.
Geopolitical zone.
Great Nigerian student. Very good.
North. This is one. North. But I don't know. North.
Somewhere in the north.
North Central. North Central.
Are you sure?
I'm not really sure, but I think
Okay. And then, what is the name of the SUG president?
Well, I only know his first name as Ezekiel, I think, and I know him as Calculus, but I don't know his full name.
I don't know his name, but I know Mascaculus.
Oh, yeah.
Who be that?
Wait a minute. Who are you?
Nice one. Nice.
Calculus. 01.
Okay.
Calculus.
His real name, government name.
I don't know. I just know his name is.
I don't know one.
Think about your life.
Keep watching Campus Unplugged.
All right, so welcome back, guys. We're back like we never left. This is now time for the campus chat box segments. Basically, we get to get chatty with members of the university community, students, and we get to interact about what is going on campus. Now, what we're going to be asking today is about the rising cost of accommodation, because it is one of the pressing issues for students on campus. And well, if you are on campus or off campus, you know what we're talking about. So yeah, we'll be getting to interact with a couple of students, hear their thoughts on the topic. So don't go anywhere, stay with us. So what is your name and what's your department?
My name is Kenneth. I'm in Logistics and Transport Technology, SIT.
So what do you think is the cause for the rising cost of accommodation off campus?
Rising cost of accommodation. Well, people see that students are losing accommodation every day because hostels, like this year, or last year, they admitted 8,000 students.
I think this year was 7,500 and something.
Approximately. So the accommodation in the hostel is usually occupied, and people know that students have to come to school. And they use this opportunity to increase their prices. They skyrocket the thing, and you have to come to school and you cannot stay at home for 1 year. Yes, you have paid school fees and admission and all those things. Yeah. So that's the reason why accommodation is going high like that. It's just greed.
Okay. So if we're going to ask, like if I was to ask you now, what way do you think it can be reduced, the cost of accommodation off campus? Because it is a very serious problem that a lot of people are facing.
It's sad that people that are staying off key are paying twice or 3 times as much as they're supposed to be paying. But the solutions are very limited because personally, I'm not the owner of the house. It's limited to the landlord and personal choices. The school can try to reduce the admission it's giving to students, rather than bringing in 8,000 people when you can accommodate just half of them.
I'm not even up to half.
I'm not even up to half. I'm pushing the rest of them to go paying 3 times the amount they're supposed to pay normally. Can reduce the amount of admission you give, but there's also a downside to that, because now the school is going to be losing money, and people that are supposed to get admission are going to maybe even stay at home safe.
And we'll wait for another year or seek admission elsewhere.
And most of them will even prefer to pay the 3 times and come to school than staying at home. Yeah. So the school can build more hostels. I don't think it's beyond their power, because I'm seeing a lot of land and empty deserts in this school. I'm seeing a lot of this thing, and the school can do that for its students. It's not beyond the school's power. Look around. You understand? Yeah. So that's just my opinion.
So what is your name and your department?
My name is Salahuddin Najib. I'm from Logistics and Supply Chain Management.
All right, now so this question is almost in your field. So lately there has been that talk of rising accommodation off campus, right? So what do you think is the main cause of this rising accommodation?
Number one, it is a business model. Right, the major reason why is for business.
Not from the good of their hearts.
Not from the good of their hearts. That's the number one major reason anyways. So number two, well, I would say the hike of things, materials used in building itself, they are also hike, like the cement, reinforcement, and the likes. They quickly want to get what they have spent on the property, so they quickly want to get it back.
Yeah.
So the best way is just reduce cost. Like my own now, where I'm staying, it's really okay. In fact, like 5% or 10% of it was just increased from 150 to 170, and it's making sense. Like 3 of us are staying inside,
and it's a reasonable increase. It's just a little bit.
Yes, it's a reasonable increase, not the one of 300, 400, 600. But it's too much.
Yeah.
Every one of us here are students. We are not working. We are not working class. We even the SUG should make a way by in creating accommodation for the student in FK. That is the best thing I can say. If there is competitiveness in business, sincerely, there will be reduction in price. And if there is no regularization, let me just put it that way, regularization makes things more easier, more balanced. But as far as there is no regularization, anybody will just put their own price at their own way.
As it suits them.
As it suits them. So we have to that regularization in off-key among the landlords, among the caretakers, among the agents there should be regularization. That's number one. Number two is that one of the major problems is the student agent themselves. the student agents themselves. Maybe let's take for instance now, I'm the agent. There's another intermediary, like 5 intermediary. Why should that be? So we have to, that place has to be looked into. At some time that there's no more agent, student agents.
Okay.
The SCG is not like I just kind of a news. I never know if it has been implemented, but they have to really implement it so that it will reduce the cost for students too. We are not working; they are just making the lives of people living off key so pressed, sincerely. So we really have to look at that. In fact, some of my colleagues that we came from the same place down to this school before they get accommodation. Okay, they have gotten accommodation. Then the what they are supposed to have in the house is not complete in terms of water, and the landlord collected is money complete. Why should that be? So those are the places we really need to look into as the student body representing us. That is why we have them there.
Right,
so they really need to look into those aspects.
So what is your name?
Okay, my name is Broderick Joel.
Alright, and what department are you from?
Project Management Technology.
Okay, so there is this talk on campus about the spike in prices of accommodation off campus. So what do you think is the main cause of this spike?
Okay, I really can't tell what's the main cause, but I feel the number of students increasing in school, and they feel that okay, students have money.
And so you must need accommodation.
You need to sleep somewhere. Yes, definitely.
So that's your main.
I think that's it for me.
The increase in number of students. Okay, so what do you think can be done to, shall I say, mitigate or reduce this?
Okay, I was talking with one of the agents, and we analyzed that most of the lodges of K are owned by most lecturers and other people. And then if lecturers are kind of this wicked, I would say, why the hiking price? There should be a reduction, there should be a consideration to it. But it's tiring.
True. Okay, so your own suggestion now is for the lecturers or other people to be considerate?
Be considerate, definitely. Things are hard, times are hard. There are people that had to go loans and stuff when you cannot meet up to standard. And then aside that, there are other school stress that you have to go through, getting your feeding, transportation in and out of school and stuff like that. So they should consider it.
Hello, what is your name and what department are you from?
I'm Usman Ibrahim from Electrical Electronics Department.
All right, now, so the question is, what do you think about the recent, spike in accommodation prices of here, and what do you think is the major reason or major costs behind it?
I think the major reason is since are growing rapidly, the population of the students is increasing and so on.
Okay, so how do you think the price can be reduced?
By making more provision for the hostels and off-campus.
For hostel and off-campus?
Yeah.
All right.
Keep watching Campus Unplugged.
So welcome back. This is the Spotlight Artist segment of the Campus Unplugged show. But right now, I don't have an artist with me. I have one of the best, if not the best DJ on campus right now. He's a man that turns, just ordinary events into unforgettable experiences. A student by day, a hero by night. None other than DJ FLASHTUNEZ. It's a pleasure to meet you.
A pleasure to meet you, sir.
All right, so let's get right into it. So tell us about yourself and how you got into DJing.
About myself?
Yeah.
David Alpha, people know me as FLASHTUNEZ. Basically, I started DJing I had this back in 2016. I went for a vacation at my aunt's place, and then I met a DJ, so I liked the whole idea, but I started DJing in 2017 till now.
Yeah. Okay. So how would you describe your DJing style?
I'd say creative. Yeah, because I have to look outside of the box a lot of times.
Okay, so how has your DJing evolved from when you started? Should we go back to 2016 or should we say recently?
I'll say recently because I took a break on DJing in 2019. I stopped totally. I didn't see a future until 2020.
Was it the economy that made you not to see future? I mean, you just
no. I
stopped
just stopped completely. And then in 2023, I met 360 and Boston, and then DJ 360 and DJ Boston, my in quotes DJ parents on campus back then. And then my spark came back again, and I started DJing again. Now, so I'll say I've evolved by watching them and watching other DJs I look up to. Yeah.
Okay, so DJing, we can say, is in its own way is kind of an art form, right? So how do you draw your own inspiration? Where do you get it from? How do you put everything together? How do you make it work?
By looking at or watching DJs that do things I consider fetish. Like when a DJ pulls off a skill and I'm like, nah, this is witchcraft. Yeah, I watch them a lot to look for inspirations on things they can do. I try to recreate some of their transitions or use the sequence of their transition to create a new one of mine. Basically.
So basically you're into witchcraft. Is that what you're saying?
Maybe.
Okay, so when we're talking about DJs, a lot of people argue that DJs don't get as much recognition as like artists or other people in the music or creative space. What do you think about that?
DJs have recognition, but not as much as artists. So maybe.
So it's a true idea.
Yes, it is. How do I put it? There's a level to that information.
But do you think this makes DJs underrated in like the industry?
Yeah, in so many ways DJs are underrated.
Why or how would you say they're underrated?
So majorly artists and performers are more celebrated as to DJs who, because of these people, happen to make sure that your songs are heard in different places and different platforms. If these people are not recreating or making jokes, like the word DJ literally means, they're not making jokes with your music everywhere, people won't hear your music. So I feel like there's a lot more respect that should be put on DJs.
Okay.
Yeah.
So talking about that, what has been or what would you say are some of the toughest or biggest challenges that you face as a DJ, maybe here on campus or just in the industry at large?
Biggest
or toughest challenge that you
biggest and toughest challenge, I'll say equipment. Now when I choose to be DJ, now that time everything costs.
The struggle.
So like the prices of DJ equipment are like spiked high. Being a DJ is some sort of a lonely road sometimes because you're a one-man gang. You're your marketer. You're everything for yourself until you have friends and people that believe in your craft and then decide to help you. But basically you're just alone. And then all of these things, equipment, songs and everything. There's a whole lot of challenges, but I think those are my major challenges.
Okay, so let's leave challenges a little bit and let's talk about performing or DJing here on campus. How do you think it has shaped you or made you grow as a person?
On campus, I think we have one of the most honest crowd or most honest campus music freaks I know, because they won't lie to you. If you're not playing good, they don't care.
They won't vibe with the music.
They won't vibe with the music. Somebody will come to your face and tell you that they are not enjoying the music. You will just know. They don't lie about it. They don't in quote farms
or sugarcoat
your style of play. You're not playing good, they are not with it. So playing on campus has trained me to read the crowd, understand the type or the level of emotions that are throwing up at a particular place and at a particular time, and then choice of songs to play to fit those emotions, something like that.
So which means putting all of this together is not an easy thing. It's like a very complex art.
There's the art of blending music, and then there's the art of making sure that you communicate with your music from yourself to your audience.
Okay, but what do you now think about people that are in the middle of yourself to come and give you requests? Maybe some that match, some that don't match.
Yeah, some requests are nice, some requests just shows you that the person just wants to hear a particular music, not showing concern of the particular genre you are playing at or BPM you're playing at. So like they just want to hear their song. They are not considerate
about whatever it is.
About whatever is going on. But as a DJ, you have to consider everybody because you're not playing for one person, you're playing for a lot of people. You have to carry everybody along.
So do you have any upcoming projects, upcoming collaborations, or an event that you might be working on that maybe your fans and the audience will be interested in seeing?
Yes, actually I'm working on an event by myself, and at the same time I'm looking forward to collaborating with different brands that could not just maybe help me or I could help them, but at the same time, if the collaboration is perfect, should benefit the campus. Yeah, collaborations like that.
Alright, so thank you very much for joining us. It has been amazing having you here, having to hear about your journey, your growth as a person, and hopefully we'll get to hear some of your mixes. If not that you don't have your board now, for say mix something for us right now. But I feel like you can perform at any point in time. No performance anxiety.
I have routines sometimes. The anxiety
that you have
comes
to go through before.
Yeah, sometimes when there's so much anxiety, I look for a quiet place and then I have breathing sessions. I breathe in and out, in and out, in and out. If I find a mirror, I look at the mirror and breathe in and out and out and out before I play. Something like that happens.
And Kukuma here is quiet, so you just find quiet place. Just
it depends on the event, though. It depends on the event and how I am feeling before my set, basically.
All right, now, so thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
It was quite an experience having this conversation again. So thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
The show continues.
Mananti sa
I mean, I can't lie, today's episode was pretty exciting and there was a lot of buzz on the episode. I mean, from our Spotlight personality, who is a freelance manager, that is Spendy, to our DJ, our Spotlight artist, DJ Flash, who is probably one of the biggest DJs on campus. You got to see me have these conversations with them, and then to the, chat box segments where we got to have real conversations with students about what is going on around them on campus, off campus, as well as the fun segments, the brain buzz segments where we got to, ask a couple of fun questions to people, get their answers, their responses to them. The episode, a lot happened. It's definitely one that, if you're here, you did not miss it. So thank you for joining us. Thank you to everybody behind the camera, everybody that made this episode possible. Thank you to all our guests as well for this. And if you want to be a part of Campus Unplugged, maybe our Spotlight artist or our Spotlight personality, ensure to reach out to us on social media, on Facebook, TikTok, X, Instagram, and pretty much anywhere else, even YouTube. The handle is Search Media MX, very easy to find. So ensure to look and to find us. So also ensure to like, subscribe, and drop a comment in the comment section to let us know what you think, and also be a part of our community online. And it's been a pleasure, being the host of the show. My name is Tori. So we'll come your way next time. Stay safe, stay creative, and keep being inspired. Bye.